HSSB.cc, sportsjuice.com as usual. We're here at the Captain's Lounge, 6 and 51 in Hobart. This is the Golden Leaf Cigar Shop, greatest cigar shop this side of anywhere. And let's get to the fights that got us through the week. Saturday night, Las Vegas, Nevada, junior lightweight action. Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao with a 12-round split decision over Juan Manuel Marquez in their rematch. He wins the World Junior Lightweight Championship. 115, 112, 114, 113 for Pacquiao, 115, 112 for Marquez. Razor-thin decision.
Razor-thin decision, and you would think that would validate Marquez getting a rematch, but he wants one. Pacquiao says, too bad, I'm moving on to bigger and better things. He's going to go on. He wants to fight David Diaz, who you talked with earlier. We're going to have play that interview.
We'll be talking to him in just a little bit.
And I can't see, I understand why Pacquiao doesn't want to have a rematch. I mean, he fought 2 close fights with us. He won the second one. I don't know why you'd want to fight a third time.
Make it more marketable. Make people salivate for it. Make wait a few years. Wait a couple years.
Yeah, they've already waited a few years, and the problem is Marquez is getting up there in age. So,
and he fought well. I mean, it's not like he needs to be ashamed of anything. It was very, very close. One of the judges even gave it to him.
The thing is
it's not enough of a reason to be freaking out over. You raised your stock. You didn't. I mean, this is not a loss against a nobody. This is a loss against Manny Pacquiao. That's a really big deal.
Well, if it would have drew bigger numbers and they made a lot of money off this, I think Pacquiao would change his tune. But I think he thinks that he can make a little bit more money if he just switched and fought somebody else. It's kind of surprising. I mean, coming off this fight, the original time, it was basically the biggest, comeback in boxing history. After the 3 knockdowns of the first round, coming back and basically fighting to a draw, which I actually had him ahead slightly in this card. I was kind of surprised that on that card that Pacquiao ended up winning that fight. It was a tough fight for him the first time, and this time it was another tough fight. So I'll have to see what both these guys have in the future. Obviously, Pacquiao's moving on to Diaz, trying to get the lightweight title now.
Moving up for his 5th title. Moving up for his 5th. Starting out at flyweight all the way up. He wants to up to and include lightweight. Talk about, I'm going in the Hall of Fame anyway, whatever I do now. There's nothing this guy could do to not go into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah.
He can go kill someone tomorrow. He's fine. He's going straight in. First ballot. 4 weight divisions. That's insane. Moving on. Featherweight action, Stephen Levana. 12-round unanimous decision over Tertsak Jandang. He retains the featherweight title. Yes, his first name is Tertsak. Levano, 35-1 with 15 knockouts. Jandang, 29-3 with 19 knockouts.
Yeah, Levano doesn't have that thing that draws you to the TV. He doesn't have that superstar status,
No.
He's basically just plods along, gets the fight done, and wins. But it doesn't draw you to the screen. That's why he's going to have trouble making a lot of money in the sport.
He's going to be a very, very, very strong opponent for somebody. That's the best I can say for him right now.
Yeah.
That was a good assessment there. He doesn't have something that's going to make you stop what you're doing and get over to the screen. Bantamweight action, Abner Mares, TKO victory in the 2nd round over Diosdado Gabi. Mares still undefeated, 16-0 with 10 knockouts. Gabi moving down to 30-4, 1 draw, 21 knockouts.
Yeah, and Gabi's a pretty good fighter, so that 2nd round knockout's a pretty big deal here.
Yeah, I wish I could have seen that. Junior welterweight action, David Diaz wins a 10-round majority decision. 1 judge saw it a draw over Ramon Montano. Diaz 34-1-1 with 17 knockouts. Montano 15-5-2 with 1 knockout. David Diaz will be talking actually with him in about 20 minutes or so. So there really is not a whole lot to talk about. Personally, I think he should have been able to get through this fighter a little bit easier.
Yeah, it's what a lot of people are even saying.
He even explains in his interview in a little bit that he had too much rust. He was not able to get his punches off the way that he wanted to. He felt a little tired pretty easily.
I'm reading these scores that they have wrote down here. It says 99-91, 97-93 twice, and then 95-95.
Yeah, so there were 4 judges evidently is what they want you to
I didn't understand
There are
that.
occasionally mistakes made even on the ESPN
I don't think the
scorecard page.
I don't think the twice was supposed to be in there.
I'm going to guess not.
But there's two lopsided cards here, and then one that's very close. So I mean, David
Someone
handles.
get paid?
Well, David will handle them pretty well, and that
He
third
handled them, but I personally, I mean, I didn't say it in the interview. I didn't say, why didn't you knock him out? You should have been able to knock this guy out. You stood there with Eric Morales.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people thought that he should have did in this fight, but
He said maybe I should fight more than once a year.
yeah, he doesn't fight very often. He seems like he's going to be getting in there pretty quick with Pacquiao, though, so...
Yeah. Welterweight action, Danny Garcia knocks out Charles Wade in the first round. Garcia 4-0 with 4 knockouts. He's only 19. Let's just see. Let's just see where he goes from here. Eric, that guy Gibson in the house tonight, by the way.
Anybody need a pop?
Butt to face. Oh, foot to face. All right. Friday night, Cicero, Illinois. Emil was there. Kevin Patterson was there. Lightweight action, Javier Warregui wins a 12-round unanimous decision over Miguel Angel Huerta. 117 to 111 and 115 to 112 twice. Now that one they really mean twice.
Yeah, it was a very close fight. Actually, I had Herta ahead a little bit in this fight by 1 point. The one knockdown, I could almost guarantee one judge didn't even count as a knockdown because Herta, how do you say this guy's name?
Warregui.
Warregui. He got his foot stepped on by Herta and got shoved a little bit, fell back. Wasn't even a punch that knocked him down, but the ref called it a punch. Jumped up instantly, put his hands up, he was ready to go. Pretty slick boxer, bends at the waist, the older guy. I mean, he doesn't have the greatest record here. Does have a lot of experience, 53 and 14, so he's got a lot of experience. It's pretty hard. Pitchers are loaded now. There's a lot of great pitchers. They landed some big shots. Herta's face was swell.
I can't wait to see him.
Yeah, there were some great. That wasn't the only good fight there. There were a couple other good fights there.
Junior lightweight action, Brandon Rios knocks out Alvin Brown in the second round. Rios still undefeated, 16-0 with 11 knockouts. Alvin Brown moving on down, 26-11 with 12 knockouts.
Yeah, another good fight. A little bit quicker this time. Second round knockout. The guy does basically Rios does what he was supposed to. Knocks him out quickly.
Alvin Brown showed no interest in continuing and took the full count while looking at the referee.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying that's what what Dan Raphael says.
Yeah, it was.
Dan Raphael was not there. He watched it on TV.
Yeah.
You were there. You should be able to jump on that.
That's exactly what happened.
That's exactly how it happened.
Yeah, I had Brown got rocked, and he didn't want to continue. He was hurt, and it basically, I mean, that's what happened. I don't have to go any further into detail.
Gotcha. Friday night, Munich, Germany, where they have good beer. By the way, this message is brought to you by Sprecher. Super middleweight action, Marcus Bayer, who's probably going to be fighting Roy Jones next, but we don't know for sure, wins on all 3 judges' scorecards unanimously over Murat Mahmudov. Easy for me to say. Bayer, 35-3 with 1 draw, 13 knockouts. Mahmudov, 16-4 with 8 knockouts. Moving on down, heavyweight action, Orlandir Solis won an 8-round unanimous decision. All 3 judges' scorecards blowout over Cisse Salif. Solis 8-0 with 5 knockouts. Salif 22-10 with 2 draws and 20 knockouts. Solis was a 2004 Cuban Olympic gold medalist, and to say it was a shutout doesn't even cover it, evidently. Sinan Samil Sam also got a TKO victory in the second round over Radko Draskovic. Friday night in Las Mochis, Mexico, Humberto Soto fought at lightweight, TKO victory in the 6th round over Carlos Urias.
Yeah, it's his first big win since coming back from that loss to Juan Guzman.
Oh yeah, that was
Or
back.
Joan Guzman.
It's Joan. Sounds like Joan to me, but I don't have any male family members named Joan, so we'll go with Juan or Joan. Friday night, Lincoln, Rhode Island, super middleweight action. Peter Manfredo Jr. from the Contender fame, who really hasn't done very much since. TKO victory in the 6th round over Shane Benfield, except, of course, getting smacked around like it was his job by Joe Calzaghe. And by Lacey, actually. He also lost it.
Every time he steps up, he seems to have trouble with the bigger name fighters. If he stays down and fights Sergio Moras and Shane Benfield's of the world, he still does pretty good.
He lost twice to Sergio Mora.
Yeah, but he lost once.
He should have won the second one,
Yeah,
but
he should have won the
still.
second one, but he had good fights with Mora.
Okay, that's what you were getting at. All right.
When he steps up to Lacey and Calzaghe, he just basically gets blown out.
And the Ty Fields fight we talked about last Thursday, we were talking about that because Nestor read it right off as it was happening. Ty Fields at heavyweight got a first-round knockout over Roderick Willis. Roderick Willis, 6'5", 254. You would think he'd be the bigger man in that fight. Ty Fields, 6'9", 270.
Well, the big news on this one is that he's gonna be coming up to
Fight Hasim Rahman. Because Bob Arum said so.
And it looks like he's going to be fighting it. If the David Diaz and Manny Pacquiao event happens, they're saying that that's where it's going to be, is on the undercard of that.
Well, when a 6'5" fighter has to look up at his opponent.
Yeah,
You're
he is
probably
6'9". Did I say 6'9" or say 6'8" earlier?
You said 6'8", he's 6'9".
Yeah, so he's a little
Depending on how he wears his hair that night.
But still 270, 6'9". Let's get him in there with Elwood.
He's still 6 inches shorter than Valwood really is. Oh, jeez. And that's all the fights that got us through the week. Bobby Pacquiao got knocked out in the first round. That's barely worth even mentioning. He is not the real Pacquiao in that family. Let's take a break here, Timmy. We'll be right back at you. It's your Bolo Punch Boxing Hour directly from the Cigar Lounge at the Golden Leaf, 651 in Hobart. We'll be right back at you. It's your Bolo Punch Boxing Hour brought to you by Georgia Harvey Insurance. www.hsp.cc. SportsJuice.com.